Who's Who? Donatella Versace. Donatella Versace was born on May 2, 1955 in Reggio di Calabria in Italy as the last child of 4 children. The father of the family was a seller, and the mother worked as a dressmaker and kept her atelier and shop. Older sister Tina died at the age of 12 from tetanus, so Donatella grew up with 2 brothers, Johnny and Santo. I was the baby of the family. I was so pampered. I was the most fashionably dressed girl in the city, Donatella recalls in an interview with the New York Times. On the advice of Johnny, who was a fan of the singer Patti Pravo, at the age of 11 she began to bleach her hair. I don't even remember my natural hair color. What does this word actually mean? I do not believe that a woman should be absolutely natural. Naturalness is something about vegetables. Youth. In the mid-1970s, Donatella studied literature and languages in Florence. Every week she went to Milan to spend time with Johnny, who designed the clothes. In 1978 he founded the Gianni Versace Donna brand and opened the first boutique in Milan on Via della Spiga. Donatella planned to work for him in the PR department, but, according to her, was more valuable to her brother as a muse and critic. The brand became a family business, and thanks to Johnny, Donatella entered the world of fashion. She took part in the development of advertising campaigns and shows for Versace. Her friendships with Madonna and Elizabeth Hurley helped bring a rock and roll spirit to the brand. In 1983, Donatella married American businessman Paul Beck. On June 30, 1986, their daughter Allegra was born. In 1989, Johnny founded the Versace brand, which he presented to Donatella. He led her until his death. In the same year, he released the Blonde perfume, dedicated to Donatella. In 1990, Donatella and Paul had a son, Daniel. The name of the son was chosen in honor of the song of Elton John, a close friend of the family. In the mid-1990s, while Johnny was battling cancer, Donatella handled most of the business. Life without Johnny. On July 15, 1997, Gianni Versace was murdered in his Miami mansion. Due to fear of persecution, most of the Versace family, including Donatella, temporarily moved to a private resort in the Caribbean. After Gianni's death, Donatella took over as creative director of Versace, while Santo became the brand's CEO. Gianni's niece, Allegra, got 50% of the company's shares, while her brother Daniel inherited the Versace art collection, which at that time was estimated at £37 million. Donatella took the loss of her brother very hard and suffered from cocaine addiction for 18 years. I couldn't stand the pain. What could be easier than hiding your feelings with drugs? She admitted in an interview with Vogue. On July 18, 1998, a year and 3 days after Gianni's death, Donatella held her first Versace show at the Hotel Ritz Paris. A podium was erected over the hotel's swimming pool, as Johnny did every season, but this time it was made of transparent glass. Among the guests were Anna Wintour, Karl Lagerfeld, Giorgio Armani, Miuccia Prada, Demi Moore and other celebrities and influential people in the fashion world. In 2000, Donatella and Paul divorced. That same year, Donatella created the green chiffon dress, also known as the jungle dress, that Jennifer Lopez wore to the 42nd Grammy Awards. Outfit with a revealing neckline has become one of the most talked about in the entire history of fashion. Lopez's exit was the reason for the emergence of Google Images, and in the first day after the award, photos of the singer in a Versace dress were downloaded more than 600,000 times. Versace from October 2002 to January 2003. The most famous models from the Versace collections were presented at the Victoria and Albert Museum in London in a special exhibition. Donatella married Italian businessman Manuel Dallery in 2004. The marriage lasted a year. In 2004, the House of Versace was close to bankruptcy, but Donatella managed to build a new trajectory for the brand and make it one of the most successful in the luxury market. She defined a new feminist sound for Versace. Male designers love to sketch. Sketches are not important to me, landing is important to me. I drape the fabric, I try everything on, and I work it so that when you put on Versace, you feel better. And it doesn't matter if it happens in 38 or 46 size. Stars such as Jennifer Lopez, Madonna, Courtney Love, Christina Aguilera, Jonathan Rhys-Meyers, participated in Versace advertising campaigns. Versus in 2009, Donatella hired Christopher Kane to revive the Versus brand, and in 2012, Jonathan Anderson, who designed the brand's capsule collection. In 2014, Versace announced that Anthony Vaccarello would be the latest designer to create a capsule collection for the line. Due to the release's success, Vaccarello was hired as permanent creative director for Versus Versace. In 2014, the label doubled its revenue. In 2015, Donatella appeared in an advertising campaign for Givenchy. I believe in breaking the rules. Riccardo Tisci is incredibly talented and also a good friend of mine. We are a family. I want to say goodbye to the old system, work together, support each other and make fashion one global community. In 2017, 20 years after her brother's murder, Donatella staged a show honoring Gianni Versace's career. Legendary supermodels of the 90s walked the runway, and Donatella used prints from the 1991 to 1995 collections for things. Today I am not sad. I'm happy that I can do it with a smile on my face. Donatella is an active philanthropist. She is a patron of Elton John's charity AIDS Foundation. Donatella says about her personal life that she simply does not have it. Much more important is to work and look to the future. Because today is outdated.